Hello, my name is Piotr, and in this short video I want to show you what is the global scope, local scope and block scope in JavaScript. I hope you will find this useful, and if you do, just, stick there and watch to the end. Alright, so let's jump to the VS Code, and as we can see, we have a variable which holds an array of basically an object with a name key and a name value. And so this is basically the global scope, which is accessible through our whole file. So mainly when you run this code, of course you will see up.js. You will see that the console prints our student, and so we can easily access, I would say, this variable in our code, in our file. So this is pretty straightforward, I would say. The second example, I have a function that basically takes a parameter, a list, and inside the function we have another variable which basically isn't the global scope, but it is the local scope. So when we define something in the local scope, we actually cannot access it outside our local scope. So when we have this variable which holds the student's name, we cannot access it from outside our function. Let's see if we can run the console log to basically students data, right? And then we run note. Oh, reference error, students data is not defined. So this is basically why we cannot access the values from inside the function, but we can access the values from outside as I would say like a bubble effect, sorta. So this is the local scope. And as you can see, we have here a for loop, which basically just takes each student of our array of list, and we have another for loop, the inner for loop, which basically checks if we have a duplicate name in our local list of students. So let's just run this code and let's see what we get. Let's clean it up. This is not good. Oh, okay, I need to save this file. Alright, let's run it again. Oh, you have a duplicate Pete. So why is it? As you can see, I put a name Pete here, so that's why we have a duplicate, because we are accessing our variable students from the global scope inside the function. So here you can see how we can access the global scope from within the function. You cannot basically do it with the variables of values that are defined inside the local scopes from outside the function. I hope this is clean to you. So this is basically our second example, and if you have any questions, just write it in the comment section. So this was our global scope, and we also seen what is the local scope. So again, it is the scope which is defined inside a function or inside an object, which we'll see in the moment. So the second example and the third example and the last example is, so I built basically we have a variable which holds value, the k value, with an array and objects, basically the same as we've seen before. And again, we have some methods, print students, which basically print each student by name. Then we have a method add student, which takes a list as a parameter, and it's basically for each student it will push the student from the list that we put in the parameter of this method, and it will add the new student to our local scope, block scope students list, right? And then we have a sorted list method, which just basically sort all the students. And then we have a method verify new list, which basically checks if the student name isn't empty, as an empty array. If it is, we will get an error. We will get a console log that we should change something. If it's not empty, then we get a message that we are good to go, and then we also get the total number of the students. And as you can see, I'm accessing the students by writing this .students, and what it does is basically takes the value which is defined inside, I would say, the value that is defined after the dot. So the value after the dot, which in VS Code we can basically hover over this and we'll see very straightforward what this is. And so this is basically the object of the student records. I can also make a new video about this and explain a bit further, but let's just run some console logs and just see how this works. So I basically make another, I would say, another variable which holds I would say it holds the closure. This variable closure over the student records, right? It is just a shortcut, a short name. So let's just run this. Functions, this methods, and let's see what we get in our console log. When we run node app.js. Oh, I need to save this. All right. Let's run node app.js. Right. So we see that within our variable student records, we basically we are accessing our students array, and if we try to access our new students array from the global scope, we can do it easily by writing console log and then new students. So this is pretty straightforward, I would say. But of course it will. Check this out. Alright, so we get this, which is the array of our new students. The next one, I would say, let's just delete this. Which one was right? This one. So what if we want to like access the students from outside our variable student records, let's see if we can basically get this value. Let's say that students, let's save it, and then we'll just clean up, right? Alright, so I think I have not. Yes. Alright, yeah, I know why, because I just put the same name. So as you saw, we were just accessing the students from the global scope and not from the block scope in our students records. Alright, let's run the game. Let's go to the console log and then run. And as you can see, we got a reference error. Student's name is not defined because when JavaScript, when the engine, when it comes to this line, it cannot see the values that we defined inside the object of student records, and so that's why we get an error. So I hope that you now learn a bit more about the global scope and local scope and also block scope. This was my first video, so thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye.